we're going to make this our first session of New School Black History. And we're going to get started with that and make this our first session. And hopefully we can continue this and get more people involved with learning this information that we should know in this day and time. Now, we have on the phone with us right now, this is Math 7 Science, and we have on the other end with us right now is Lawrence. So we're going to get started. Now let me ask you, Lawrence, how far have you gotten in understanding the poster that you have?
I still got a little more studying to do anyway, but I like basically got a basic understanding anyway.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. From you at least studying a little bit of the poster, who were the first people to come to the United States?
African Moors.
Okay, that's you're right. That's one of them.
Yeah.
But from looking at
you mean Native Americans, you mean?
Yeah. Who was the first people? Who was the first people to populate the United States? What we call now the United States. Who was the first people to populate that, or populate this part of the world?
Native Americans.
Okay. See, you said Native Americans. Now, when you say Native Americans, who are you talking about?
Oh, you like Indians.
Huh?
From Indian descent.
Okay, so you're saying Indian descent. Okay. So now you describe Native Americans as those who have come from India or descended from India. Right. That's who you just.
That was here for the Europeans anyway.
Right. Okay. So you describe them as Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The importance of that map is to get our people to come into a good knowledge of our history and a good knowledge of who actually came here to the United States before the European. Now, they trained us one way. See, they trained that the first people to ever come to the United States was who they call Indians.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who they call Indians was really, in reality, yellow Mongolians, the same people that's living in China right now. All the people that's living in China, that's living in Japan, that's living in Thailand, Vietnam, and all of those parts of Far East Asia are what you call Mongolians. They all come from the same race, which is the yellow Mongolian race. Okay. Now, the key to this poster, the key to this poster is to get you to think outside the box or the trap that those Europeans put us in when they made us Negroes.
Right.
See, when they made us Negroes, they fixed it so we wouldn't read or write or understand anything of our past. They cut us off from that. And what is on that poster? See, what is on that poster is the 200 years of information that they have been keeping secret and hidden from us. So when you know this poster, you're coming from outside the box. See, because all of us learned in school that the first people that came here was the Eskimos. But they never really broke down who the Eskimos is. They didn't never tell us they are yellow Mongolians that are really people that came from China and all of that area. Okay? But that's what you call old school history.
Right.
Or the white man's history. Okay? To keep you from really knowing your history. Because his history is always based on you not really knowing your history. Because to know your history is to say that you populated the whole planet Earth and all these great civilizations was black first. That's to know your history. And that's what he don't want you to know. You ain't supposed to be thinking like that or even discussing history like that. The only thing a black person is supposed to know about history is our life in slavery, which is shameful. It only makes us feel ashamed and make the white man feel proud. Okay, that's all you're supposed to be talking about in history. And you're supposed to be talking about Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, famous musicians, famous sports players like Jack Johnson. That's all you're supposed to know about history. That's all he trained us to know about history. Now, what you have on that poster is to break you outside that box and give you the true history that he don't want you to know. You know, once he came into power, which was during after 1492, which was after the Spanish Inquisition, he came into power and took control of publishing. Because first the black Moors had control of publishing. If you wanted to get an education, you had to go to Spain. If you wanted to get a book published, you had to go to the Moors, and you had to learn. You had to even know Spanish. You had to know Arabic. But most of the books during that time was written in Arabic. So, but when he came into power, he switched all of that up. In publishing and book writing and book production and things like that, you know, it came out of the hands of the Moors and came into the hands of the European. That was after 1492. Now, we want to jump back into your statement. You said that the first people that came to America were who? Because I want to go back to that to make sure we stay on that before I go into other things. Who was the first people that came to America?
Mongolians.
Okay. Now, when you get a chance, I want you to look back at that poster, and I want you to go up into the left-hand corner,
right?
And that's going to tell you who first came to America. Now, the first people to ever come to America was the black man. And he didn't come to America. He was already on this land.
Okay.
When Africa and America divided 40,000 BC, he was already on this land.
Okay, I know where you're coming from now.
Okay, see, so you know, see, that's new school black history, and this is fact. It's on a poster where I'm getting this information from, as far as early Americans. We're talking about Early America by Ivan Van Sertima, written in 1992. This is where this information that I'm talking about right now. All right, first people that was here was blacks that was already on the land when Africa and America divided.
Okay.
40,000 BC. Right. Okay, when it divided, the people that was on this pot never died off. They just continued their lifestyle.
Okay.
Okay? Now, and they were black people.
I know, look, I know what you're talking about, Tito, right? You're talking about when the continent of Africa broke up, 40,000 years ago, right?
Right.
That's when it broke up and whatnot. It was all together at one time anyway.
Right.
When it was together and whatnot, we traveled whatnot far, all over even back then and stuff like that. That was before they even came on the planet Earth to and stuff anyway, because they couldn't really lay claim to behind the fact that they wasn't even there first originally anyway.
Exactly.
That's why they tried to say that Columbus was here first, but Columbus was not here first even anyway. Columbus was not trying to, like, what he did, rob the Indians, whatnot, right, during that time, whatnot, right, or spoke Indians anyway.
Right.
Of their title anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, so you follow what I'm saying? See, you coming to understand, and this is what you gotta say. When anytime somebody asks you about who first came to mind, you gotta jump to that. You gotta jump to that first. Now we can go back further because the book explains that they found bones of a black woman in Brazil that goes back 250,000 years. But we ain't jumping into that. We're gonna stick with 40,000 years because everybody that's more close. Okay, so we say 40. So the first people that and they was called the Pangean blacks. Okay, you know, when the Earth was round, and this is when the Earth was one landmass, when African America was one landmass. The Egyptians had the map, and they gave the map to the Greeks and the Romans, and the Moors got a hold of the map from them. But the map is put in a book called